Alrighty, folks, you are in for a treat. You are getting a special announcement. There is something occurring tomorrow, Wednesday, April 24th, that the One Rental at a Time community needs to know about, and it's going to be led by the one and only Anna Kelly. Alrighty, Anna, drop it on us. What's coming?
Thank you. So I'm really excited. I have gotten so many questions and we get these questions on the channel all the time. Where are we really in the economy? How do you weed through all of the financial data and what's true and what's not? And what is the Fed saying versus what is the Fed doing and what does history show? So you know what I decided this weekend, Michael? I can't tell everybody all the time. So I'm just going to do a webinar. So I'm doing a webinar tomorrow night, Wednesday, the 24th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. It'll
Okay.
probably last about 3 hours, and that
Oh, wow.
includes time for you to ask questions. So 2 hours of data, an hour of Q&A, or however that works out. And it's only $97. So I try to price it very reasonably, but also compensate me for my time because I've been doing months and months and months of research and excited to put it together for people. So, if you're somebody listening that really wants to have a better handle on where are we in the economy, when are rates going to get cut, how's that going to impact my mortgage rates, being able to buy properties, being able to invest in other things like gold and silver and stocks and bonds, etc. I'm not a financial advisor, but I was a private banker in 1998, so I know a lot about
Mhm.
institutional investments as well, and will tell you some guidance as to general rules of thumbs for how you invest and allocate things across different asset classes for different types of economies. So I'm really excited to help people.
Yeah, that's amazing. 3 hours, quite the commitment. I follow you. We're friends on Facebook, obviously, and you've always done a great job of taking very complex data and putting it together. But this is something you can't really put. You couldn't write enough, right? It'd be a book to answer all
Right.
of this. So I think PowerPoint and presentation is good. Answering answering the intricate questions, right? The economy is very complex. We are going through something um, that really, at least it's unheard of in a long time, right? Meaning we have
Yes.
all this money put in the system. We had inflation at 9. It really was more like 13 or 14, given
Yeah.
shelter as a lagging indicator. We've had hopes of rate cuts for a couple of years now, and the economy. I think GDP comes out today or tomorrow, looking to be 2 or 3% again. Rolling recession, stagflation. There's just so much out there for folks, and
Yes.
you and I have been doing this for 30 years. A lot of people have questions, a lot of people have concerns. So I applaud you. That is quite the Herculean effort you're about to go through. So that should be fun.
It is. I'm having a lot of fun doing it. And, I have shared on this show, I made a lot of mistakes in 2007, thinking that the economy was just going to keep going, that things were great, and that generally speaking, things were better than, the few doomers out there warning of a housing crisis that
Yeah.
absolutely ended up coming true after everybody said it's different this time. Right. And so
Mm.
I learned to become a student of the economy. And it's very difficult, as your listeners, hear us all the time, to predict timing
Mhm.
accurately because there's so many things that go into that. And quite frankly, government spending on the fiscal side is propping things up to barely keeping us out of a recession when most of the economy is really already struggling. So, this presentation really isn't to tell you the timing of exactly when a recession is going to happen, although a little teaser, I do believe the data points that we are heading to recession. We're just about there, but it could take a little bit longer. And
Mhm.
also, it could pop back up depending on how much government spending there is and some other things. So we're going to deep dive that. And my hope, Michael, isn't just to fill you with information so that you can become an economic nerd or bore you to death with the data, but to say what data is important,
Mhm.
what is the important data showing, and if there is a shift one way or the other, how do you capitalize on that to create opportunity to grow your income and grow your wealth, regardless of what phase the cycle ends up hitting? Whether we have the proverbial soft landing where we're really flat, but not quite in a technical recession, or you go in a deep recession or banking crisis. And what if we keep rebounding and we actually do have this miraculous soft landing? What would you do then? And what's really important is what you do is very different in those things. So if you can't see the signs and accurately say this is the trajectory or trend that we're going on, you can make a lot of investing mistakes like I did in 2007, even though I worked at AIG, even though at that point I had been in the financial sector, both as a private banker and creating products for high net worth investors for a decade. We still missed some of those signs because we weren't looking at the right data. So that is really my heart behind doing this, to really help you to figure out where might we be going and what can you do to position yourself to both, number one, preserve what you have and not lose your shirt, not start businesses or go in the wrong type of debt at the wrong period of time, but also secondly important is to grow no matter what the economy does. How do you take down opportunities, and what can you do, and what do your strategies need to be for real estate and other investments? So I'm just so thrilled to be able to help people. And I truly believe that $97, I think if you listen and react to this data, you could make $970,000 over time. Not tomorrow. This isn't some get rich quick thing. And I'm not selling investments. This is just really for me to educate people to help you with your investing journey.
I think it's amazing. If people read my book, One Rental at a Time, they know that there was an event just like this. Now, at the time, this was in person. Another great data nerd, Bruce Norris, created something. I think it was $97. It might have been $197. I forget. Whatever, 100 or 200 bucks. Olivia and I both went, and we heard about the California crash, and the California crash was completely based on data, affordability, all of these things, and we took action. So a lot of people weren't believing, the few people calling for a crash. Olivia and I did. We did our research, and we sold all our houses right at the peak and moved into apartments. And you got to make moves. You have to get in rooms. You have to listen to experts. You have to take it in. You have to go validate for yourself and then take action. That one meeting, a couple $100, millions of dollars, right? Because again, what are the options? We could have been like everybody else and just held on.
Right.
That would have sucked. My market fell 75%. I'm
and here's
sold.
the thing that we've learned is when everybody thinks everything's different this time and it's amazing, that's the maximum point of risk. And when everybody is in fear and says, oh, it's horrible, that's the maximum point of opportunity. So you make money by knowing when we're at the bottom or close and capitalizing on that, not running away in fear or lack of knowledge that keeps you paralyzed from taking action. And I thought about charging $197 for this. But you know what? I said, here's the bottom line. I don't have to charge anything, but I believe I can make $2,000 an hour, Michael, easily all day long. Right. I coach students for $600 to $700 an hour, depending on what it is that I'm helping them with. But I think you have to make an investment in yourself. And that's why I made it $97, because people that are going to take action are willing to pay $97. If no one's willing to pay $97 to really have enough data that could change your life, I know you won't take action on it anyway. So that's part of why I'm charging $97.
I'll give you even a better reason. So I've done paid virtual and free virtual, and my free virtuals are horrible. Why are they horrible? Because all of these doomers and crackpots and idiots who are in their mom's basement, or failed mortgage brokers, or failed real estate, whatever they are, they just come out of the woodwork and spread nonsense and poison. So I'll never do a free event, because I don't need those, I don't need those broke people in my life. So I want to be around really people. Good. The $97 is the right answer. It keeps those posers away because they can't afford it. And it really allows you to help the people that want to take action. So it's just, I would don't do free. Never do free.
Oh, no, I don't. I give free data on Facebook. We give free data on this channel. Me every week, you every single day, multiple times a day. So there is a place for giving people free information, and we're happy to do that. But if you want to take it to the next level, there's some cost involved. But for anybody that is interested, if you want to go on my social media, Anna Kelly, REI Mom, on LinkedIn or Facebook, I have a link to my Calendly. You just click on the link, select it's the only time on the deal you pay, and you get the Zoom link for the call Wednesday night. And if you can put it in the show notes, if
I will.
anybody wants to join, we'll be happy to help you and be able to give you an opportunity to ask a lot of questions as well.
Awesome. I look forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Anna, you're amazing. Thank you for doing this, folks. Calendar link below, or go follow Anna Kelly on Facebook, LinkedIn. Should be fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you.